I was in a relationship with this girl from the Val.
Mm.
You know, I was crazy about her. You know what I'm saying? She was
the one
she
for
was
you.
really bad.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's the girl that then went on to break my heart, and that's where the song "The Love I Know I Deserve" was born. I leave the crib. I'm driving my young Corsa, 1.6, my first car in Joburg. Out of nowhere, I lose control of the car. I can't tell you. I'm driving at like 80, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, lost control of the car. I hit the thing in the wall of some other house there. So they take me to Mill Park Hospital there, and then I call my girl. I'm like, baby girl, I just got into a car accident. I'm shocked as hell. She says to me, oh, baby, I'm so sorry, whatever. Ish. I'm like, what do you mean, ish? I'm like, when are you gonna get here? She's like, ish, let me call you in the morning. Because now I'm calling her around 2. She's like, I don't know. My grandmother this, my grandmother that. I'll call you in the morning. Sharp, I sleep at the hospital. I wake up at 8 a.m. I call her, yo, baby girl, I'm still here.
You
How far
made
are
the
you?
first call.
Yeah. I'm the one calling again. I'm like, yo, so how far are you? No, baby, I actually can't make it. Can't make it. Stories.
Still the coco.
But this time I'm just like, ish. Yeah, no, this one is not the one. This one. Like already at that time, I'm like, okay, Sharp, red flag. I don't think this is the relationship I'm gonna be in.
Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love for once. Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am, of course, the Lord of the Entire, the Lord of the Every, the Lord of the Jig, the Lord of the Fit, the Lord of the Guzu level. Tell folk I'm on the way. A lot of the Mami game. Shade Game On is the verdict, of course. This we know every week of our lives. Lord of the Chop, Lord of the Net, the Lord in real life, Himity the boy, here with one of the greatest of all time, with the vocal ability, with the red mic who still have it.
Let's move.
Donald
Yo, you know what I like? Oh, we got the smoke too. Damn.
Yeah, hell yeah, smoke.
Aight. You know what I like? I like the fact that you did introduce me. Like, you know how you talk about yourself for like a minute and then you're just like, yeah, we've got Aya. You had to add the greatest. I love that. Thank you.
Because I feel it's fair, no? Like you're one of them people, right?
I think it's fair.
Like when we were talking off the record, which we ended up saying so much of, you referred to yourself as a family artist, which is I think that's such a great way to put it.
Yeah, I've got the aunties and the uncles and the mama, the cousins, the whole thing, and the nephews. And like sometimes even the grandmothers and the grandfathers. Like, yo, that Donald boy.
The grandmothers see you want to kiss you on the lips.
Well, hopefully not.
Isn't that what happens to like R&B niggas? Because grandmothers like taking advantage like that. Like
sometimes.
Like grown women have that thing where they just unexpectedly kiss you on the lips.
And you're like, yo, which one is this one? What the hell
just happened? It's like, oh, hey, how are you? It's like, hi,
hey, man. Hey.
What type of, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, sir. How you doing, brother?
On this Tuesday afternoon, I was tired until we started chopping it.
Yep.
I feel like you've got
There's
some
a lot.
energy with
I've got a lot. I've got a lot to talk about. This is a great moment for me because I'm probably one of the biggest fans of the show. Let's start there.
Which I appreciate so much.
Yep. Let's go. Let's clap it up. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen probably 80% of the interviews. And there's a lot that I learned about you. I've always kind of known you from a distance, just being in the industry and, just, knowing that you're part of the light skin community,
hell yeah.
You're one of us.
A president of sorts.
The president. You actually are the president of sorts. Because, some of us, we just like there sometimes, not really there sometimes. But you own it. You've always owned it. On the Bramfontein level, all the way since
Bramlord.
You understand?
That's where that term was coined from.
Exactly. So for me to watch the show and realize and have the realization of just the depth. It's the thing about when you're a good looking guy, and I just have to say this. It's really important.
I appreciate it.
Everybody thinks you just nothing but just the looks and nothing on top, and and I realize you're actually one of the most brightest people I know, bro.
Shit, that's fine.
Very
Thank
bright,
you.
very you've got a voice, you've got your own opinions, you stick to your opinions, and you actually can have a very solid, healthy argument with someone. And I really I appreciate that, man.
That is so fine. Did I just get flowers?
Yeah. Yep. Smart niggas worldwide. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this obviously I can pick up that you can read this off of me because this is something you can relate to.
This
I
is
can
who I
tell.
am. Yep.
Yeah.
This has been my life.
This is the life you've
been my
lived.
life. Yep.
Right?
Yep. I've always gravitated towards thinkers. I'm more of a thinker than I am someone that lives. For example, I'm not a materialistic guy. I can have all the money in the world, but I'm always gonna want to have a real connection with someone, with human beings. That's just always kind of been who I am.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So you have obviously touched on having gotten to know me off of being a fan of the show, which I appreciate greatly, by the way. So I saw a tweet of yours. You were like, coming on the show is like a dream. I was like, that's like the craziest thing to me, by the way. Like,
how so? Please tell me more.
It's a bit surreal, this moment for me, right? Because in my intention to like duck away from
the music,
from the entire spotlight, like that was my attempt with my saying I'm retiring. Like I'm trying to get people off of me. I'm trying to get people to leave me alone, and just I needed my space to be in the dark and just do my thing and just be myself. Like I just missed myself. So with the podcasting, in my mind, it was gonna take me like 100 at least episodes to like get it right.
Really get it in,
Yeah, so I just jumped in feeling like, I'm just gonna, cause I'm practicing, and then on my, so I have, and obviously I studied it, and I'm a fan of podcasts, and I figure I have an opinion. I figure I can, have some conversations. But when something is in your mind and actually being able to do it, which is something we said about the one-man shows off the record, there's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
And for me, having gotten burned so many times, especially from the music, where you have like this idea that this whole thing is about to go this way.
Like we're about to go crazy. And then it goes the other way.
And then you go absolutely sane, like completely no madness at all, no craziness. And then it hurts. Then you have to sit home and recover. And it's like having...
And figure out what the next move is. And also kind of figure out, am I still going to be respected? Am I still going to feel like I'm doing the thing that I love? Because being on stage and being in the studio is the thing that you really love.
That's who I really am.
That's really who you are. But now kind of putting that aside and saying, yo, let me try something else. Let me see who else actually am I. Is a very difficult thing to do,
Super difficult, but I kind of had a bit of experience and a feel of that type of challenge from having gone through the name change and the rebrand.
Yeah.
So that gave me a bit of experience on some... Yeah, it was okay. I have the ability somewhat to be able to just say, yo, okay, yesterday I was this guy, today I am.
This guy now. Yeah.
And have people really then...
Yeah, but you know what
buy into it.
Let me tell you what's crazy though, right? It's so easy in our heads to tell ourselves we're the most hated.
Yeah.
Right? I've been through that on social media. Bro, at some point, I'm sure that the room can attest. At some point on Twitter, I was probably the most bullied person.
Yeah, there was a season where it was
most bullied. But here's the thing, though. Because of the type of person I am, at that moment, I knew that I really am who I think I am. Because I'm the most bullied.
That's because how you received the bullying?
That's how I received the bullying. Because I've always been the type of person who was bullied from like primary school, like throughout my life. I always had haters. I've always had people that really don't like me. And it's very clear. But I've always wanted to understand why.
There's never I can relate to that.
There's never really been a valid reason.
Yeah.
So I knew that it was never really a real thing. It's just, yo, we actually admire this guy, but can I cuss?
Hell the fuck
but fuck him. We're not gonna let him know that we admire him.
Yeah.
You know, why should he have everything? Why should he be the most popular guy? Why should he have the girls asking about him just because he can sing or he can play football or whatever?
I can feel them already hating this episode. Like, these niggas are gonna sit here the whole way and just go crazy.
But talking about that, for me, I knew when I was the most bullied that I was probably one of the most famous people in the country. Because I look at someone like Bonang. Bro, Bonang has been one of the most bullied person on social media.
Yeah.
But yet she's the queen.
And till this day.
To this day.
Yeah.
Casper Nyavest has been one of the most bullied people on social media.
Facts
but yet he's him. He's always been him.
In
to
real
this
life.
day. You understand? I mean, the biggest example for me is Beyonce. Like, that chop does not even make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, Beyonce doesn't even speak to anybody. She doesn't speak to us. She doesn't speak to the fans. She doesn't speak to the camera. You don't know what she feels about anybody. Actually, I don't even think there's a Beyonce clip where she's ever said anything negative about anybody.
Or
you won't find it. Or anything. You won't find it. Doesn't mean she doesn't have opinions.
Of course.
You know?
She's just saying them at the crib like, to Jay.
Yeah, I'm just in the crib. I'm going to chop it up with my husband, with my sister, and that's where it's going to end. But when it comes to what I do, I'm always going to give you guys the best, and that's how you guys are going to remember me. I've always wanted to position myself as that type of artist. And I think you went through a time when you thought the hate defined who you are, and you were wrong.
Yeah, I accepted it.
You were actually wrong.
I actually allowed it in.
Yeah, you were wrong because there's a lot of people who've always been in your corner. A lot of people. You probably didn't know that at the time.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that have always been in your corner from the days of Cash Time. You guys didn't make it for no reason. It wasn't like a mistake.
Facts.
You know, you guys were really, really, really amazing. And you all had different roles in the group. All you needed to do was wear your role with pride, irrespective of what anyone does.
Irrespective of the bullying.
100%. Because right now, everything has changed for me. Everybody in the streets shows me love, but most importantly, respect.
Dope.
Most importantly,
for getting through the bullying?
For getting through everything, all the different parts of my career. Yeah, of the different seasons of my career. Because also you need to understand, I was that guy, I came in 3 #1 hit songs in 1 year type thing.
Yeah.
And like literally took over the industry, did my thing my own way, was taking out my shirts at the festivals, and everyone was just like, what is going on?
Yes.
The red mic, ngapa, like everything. Bro,
like you came in as a storm. Crazy.
Hard. You understand? So I knew that all of that obviously rubs certain people the wrong way. But I've always known what my message is. I've always known why I'm here. And I always say, my thing is, I want to be the Hugh Masekela of our time.
Fire.
And how Hugh Masekela got to a point when, I don't know how old he was, but he started charging like you needed to pay 300, like 400K
300,
to get him to get out to go do a show.
Oof,
that's like 30-something, 40, 50 years worth. That's a career. That's a lifetime, you know? And I've always had that in my head, that I'm going to be the artist that performs until the last day.
Yeah.
That is that is making music until the last day. That's always going to make music with every new generation that comes up. So when you have that type of goal in your head, bro, there's very little that can get you off track.
Fire.
So with all the bullying that I experienced, for me, I've always said, I know I'm going to come out strong on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so fire. And you just answered the question that I was going to ask you, which was, because the thing I did wrong, I was able to manage it my whole life.
Yeah.
But when the fame came, it's so big. It's like at such a bigger scale.
Yeah.
When I started to engage with the hate is when it became so much realer.
Exactly.
Because my whole life, I had always just brushed it off,
like that night when
I don't care.
Is it like that night when you went to the club to go approach them? Oh, by the way, I heard about that story actually in the streets. That was actually a chop amongst the guys in the industry. I didn't see it on social media.
Oh yeah,
I just heard about it. Like
crazy.
Yo, Zinga just pulled up.
Yeah, like that was so it had taken me that much. Like I was so entrenched in the I'm gonna fight back. That's the spot in my life I was in where I'm just feeling like, oh, I'm gonna fight back. And like
really
that's
tired.
why I even physically went and fought back. I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga thinks
actually needs
he can just say this on the net. Oh, okay. I'ma see him. And he didn't believe it either, because when I saw him, he walked up to me with
he was trying to show love.
No, he wasn't trying to show love. He thought I was bluffing.
He thought
like
you were
he came out
joking.
with his chest out and his chin up, and so that pushed me over the edge. That's why
it's so crazy.
It actually happened in the club, because I thought we were gonna chop it. I thought we were gonna be like, yo, I thought he was gonna defuse it.
Yeah.
But either way, what I wanted to say was, how did you resist? But which you answered, which was the goal.
For me, it's always been about the goal. It's always been about what is the ultimate message, and what's the legacy.
Yeah.
What is the legacy? I mean, it's all jokes. It's all fun and jokes right now when we're living it in these spaces, in these social spaces, in the industry, and with the fans. Everyone just showing you love, and you thinking, damn, like I'm really famous. I'm like petrol station famous. There's that fame. At the garage when you're putting on petrol, and there's that bro in P1 and stuff. Yeah, Zinga. That. Like you're like, yo, damn, I'm this guy. That's different famous.
Facts. That's like when you up there.
That's the SABC one. Simunye.
Of course, Which I've lived that part of
sir.
like
you did. You did, but it's so easy for us mentally to enter into that it's a trap. It's a hole.
How did you resist?
Bro, I've always, mental health for me is not a new thing. Like I've always been on that mental health vibe from early, dog. And I think it comes from having lived the life that I lived in primary school, into middle school and going into high school.
Can you please give us a bit of a glimpse, actually, because I think it'll give us some insight on how you developed it at an early stage.
Let me give you a picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Primary school, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. I'm this kid who. First of all, my mother was a teacher, very popular teacher in my village. By the way, I'm a village kid.
Okay, from where, by the way?
From a place called Manzere. I was born there. And then my mom got married in a place called Kralhoek. So these are two villages right next to each other. This is Sun City, Rustenburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's like 1 million villages surrounding Rustenburg and Poking.
Does this make you Tswana?
Yes, I'm Tswana.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
fire. Okay, fire.
Tswana. We even have relatives in Botswana, actually. So
okay.
There is that
so you fully
Tswana.
Blood Tswana.
You understand?
Okay.
So grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, I'm starting school, and I literally start as the number 1 student in my class.
Oh shit!
Every
jump?
year from jump.
Oh, so you kicked in from jump?
I'm kicked in from jump. I don't know. Obviously, you at that age, you don't understand what that is.
You just got it.
You're just smart like that. So I was number 1 in my class from grade 1 until grade 4. Then I came number 2, grade 5, grade 6, number 1, number 2. So I've always been an A student,
so
right?
You're always in front.
Always in front. Now, with that being said, I realized very early that my peers kind of had a bit of an issue with that.
Not
so
on the same
kids,
level.
So when the kids when we're playing like marbles or whatever in the streets, and maybe I just don't want to play or whatever, they'll start like saying some stuff, and then it's arguments. Some of them want to beat me up. Like I've actually had a situation where the broers were beating me up. That is the bullying
for not wanting to jam
for
with
not
them.
wanting to do everything that they want to do.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, kids love to play and like do wrong things. Like that's such a kid thing, especially when you're a boy. And I'd be that boy that says, no, but the parents said we mustn't do this thing.
That's fire. So
Now-
that means your mom was
No, my
good
mom
at
was really
disciplining
solid.
you?
My mom was solid. She was a teacher. She was one of so in my area. My mom was one of the first vice principals in the school that she was teaching.
And this is back in the day.
This is back
so
in the
that's
day.
That's big business.
So my mom has always kind of been a leader of the community. Vice principal, and she was also a chorale conductor of the choir in the church that we went.
Okay.
That's actually where the music comes
now
in.
this painting is starting to...
Yeah. So what happened was, so with the bullying, I then started becoming a kid that loves to stay at home, be in my room with myself, and that's where I discovered that I could actually sing.
What's the first experience of the bullying? Like, what's the type of bullying?
No, the type of bullying was always very verbal, man.
Just being
attacked for just being me.
For not wanting to be like them.
For not wanting to be in the streets doing wrong things. So I was always wrong for that, according to the boys,
And your mom, she was a good communicator, because how was she able to communicate that into you?
Bro, my mom has always had that
at an early age.
There are those moms who just have that very quiet power. My mom has always been that type of person.
She's like a gem.
Yeah, very quiet, but she says very profound things. And if you're paying attention, you're gonna, you're gonna learn. And I see it also in my siblings. Like, we all the same, bro. Like, I'm so grateful that I have the type of family that I have. It's all love. Like, mom was able to instill a lot of love within us at home. And obviously, having that type of family, you're gonna catch some hate in the community.
A good family.
You understand?
Yeah.
And everybody knowing that you're a number one student, and then all of a sudden coming out being the kid that's starting the songs at the assembly. I became that kid.
And also the poverty scale was
I never really went through poverty like that.
So that's another. So all of this is unpopular for the...
Yeah, but not rich. I wasn't a rich kid. We were just like, okay, because moms went to school, she became a teacher, and she actually never stopped studying. My mom was studying throughout her life.
She sounds just like my dad. That's what my dad's like.
Like degrees on degrees and, diplomas and this and that.
Like a director of education now.
You understand?
At the PCA
Bro,
up there.
Crazy enough, actually, moms started... She used to start different things. So one of the things she started back in the day was a little dance group for the kids in the community. Dance like ballroom dancing.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, that's
so she
fire.
got me into that too. I did some ballroom dance. I used to be like this, my boy, doing the young steps.
No, I can see the niggas hating you. I can see it. It's
but obviously she was very smart in that she was just trying to keep the kids away from the streets.
She was trying to keep you out of exactly
what.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
and she won.
She actually realized very early that I'm not the very tough young boy. I'm not tough physically. I'm finna fight everybody.
Yeah.
I grew up definitely as a soft kid,
That's crazy, because I did want to ask the body type. When you were describing the grade 1 kids, I did want to ask, what was the body type?
I've always been slender.
Yeah, we've only known you.
You guys started seeing me maybe going to the gym and then getting a bit of muscle or whatever, but I've always been very skinny, like a skinny kid. Always loved by the mummies, the aunties. You know what I'm saying? So, that's been my life, bro. That's been my life, my whole life.
But, so the bullying keeps you in the crib, and then
that's why I discover music.
The music,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and my sister had a lot to do with that, because my sister went to the UK very early on. Like, when it wasn't popular for kids to just up and leave and go. Yeah, she went to the UK after matric. She went to the UK.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, to go work. She found work there. She was there for a couple of years. And that opens up your mind, bro.
True.
You know, and we moved from the village. We went to the city.
Yeah.
Went to a city called to a town called Northam, which is the closest town from our village.
I've seen that on road when we are embarking.
So Northam is where, remember there was that famous festival that used to happen called Opikopi?
Yes.
That's where Northam is.
Okay,
the Opikopi used to happen in Northam.
Yes.
Yeah, so it used to be an Afrikaans town. So we came in, you know, the blacks came in and pretty much took over the town.
Come on, now, you the early blacks.
In our streets, we were the first black people to move in.
The very first
black people.
So it was soft, the biz.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little. Not like soft, like not
as soft,
bro.
yes.
Not the like
Anati. Respect.
Yeah, I understand.
Respectfully.
Not the Les, not the North Guard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we moved, and then moms started taking me to Rustenburg for school. So I went to Rustenburg for grade 10. I was in a private school called St. Dominic's over there. And that's where also like me now.
St. Dominic's where?
In Rustenburg.
Oh shit, because there's a St. Dominic's in Newcastle, and that was a private school.
Yeah, so I went to St. Dominic's in Rustenburg.
That was a private school also?
So that was the first kind of multiracial school that I went to.
And what grade is?
That was grade 10.
Okay, kicking in Vele at the peak.
You understand? But I went there, bro. I was already in the English thing. Me, like, bro, I was in the village speaking English, bro. I was that kid.
And the babies are dying.
They understand because they're like, yo, which one is this one? But also with me, because I spent so much time at home, the TV taught me everything I needed to know.
Of course,
So I used to be a TV kid. I learned how to speak English through watching
Cartoon
TV.
Network.
Exactly. I learned the entertainment industry, the superstars, the Madonnas, the Ushers, the
Chanelo.
You understand? I was that guy. And that's where the dream actually started to develop, I would say.
Facts.
Yeah.
I can relate to this entire story. That is so fire.
So, moving to... Okay, and then I went to Pretoria. That's when like life now started to develop even more.
So this is after high school?
No. Grade 10. I only did grade 10 in Rustenburg. Then my mom moved me to Pretoria.
What's the reason to move you? Are you making it shake a bit or what?
No, man, I had some issue. I've always had issues, dog. As a child with other kids.
Oh, so you had issues with
more
other
bullying,
niggas?
Bro. More bullying. Because let me tell you, at St. Dominic's, bro, I came in and I met a guy called Kabelo. He was from Joburg actually, but he came to Rustenburg. We were living in the dorm and stuff, and then we became friends, and he could sing. So we now started a singing group, and we used to do this boys to men stuff.
Okay.
You understand? So we used to be those two guys. I remember very well there was an event, a school event, where we did Mama by Boys to Men. And that kind of started the fire in the school because the whole school was there. I think it was a Miss and Master. Miss and Dominic's. We sang that song, and my bro, like, life changed. I became popular pretty much.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
After that, and the bullying started right there again. Immediately.
That's how you know it's hate.
My bro, listen, I know all about this. That's why I've got such a thick skin, you know. So then my mom moved me to Pretoria to a school called Dansa International College, another private school in PTA in town, right next to Caledonian Stadium. So I've always been a football guy also, coming from home. I also played soccer at the same time. So I actually never had time to be in the streets
to be fucking around with these peasants.
Bro, you say it better than me, respectfully, you know.
Yeah.
So I did trials at a team called Arcadia Shepherds. So that was a really big team back then, actually playing in the first division. The first team was playing in the first division. So I did trials for the development team, the under 15. I don't know if it was under 15 or under 16, around there. Got in, started playing. So that used to be my thing. I would play soccer during the week. I would go to practice. Over the weekend, there would be games. And then in between, I started another group now. This time, there was 4 of us, and we used to be the boys to men, the in sync of the thing.
So you're an athlete and you sing.
And I sing, my bro.
And at this point, are you body conscious also if you put pressure on them with the slight weights?
Nah, dog.
You're just doing it the skinny way?
I'm still young, but I'm the skinny, cute kid, bro.
Yeah, you're getting away with it, of course.
I'm still getting away with it because the girls are still saying, yo, he's so cute.
You haven't picked up the body handle.
I haven't thought about that. That came later.
I started picking it up in grade 10, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I started picking it up actually if you...
You were like, yo, if I just... Yo, actually, actually, I have a story about that with me, bro, because that was actually a real thing.
I'm telling you.
That became a real thing.
That's a whole nother switch. It's like when you hit that one, then
so I came to Joburg, right? Believe it or not, bro, like this story is going to blow you away.
Okay.
I came to Joburg and I met some bros I actually met a guy called Bonga who used to live in Santon. And the boy was a bit of a cheese boy, or whatever. So we became friends and I would chill with him. And then only to find out he's friends with some of these North boys. You know the North boys?
Yeah.
What did they used to call themselves? New North.
Yes, okay, yes.
Yes,
I know them, yeah.
And Khotso at the time. So, and Neo's brother. Remember Khotso? You know Khotso?
Yeah, I know all of them.
You know them? Yeah, so believe it or not, bro, I started chilling with the North boys.
Yeah.
Because of the guy, Bonga.
From all the way from PTA?
All the way from PTA. No, when I moved to Joburg, because I then moved to Joburg for tertiary.
So this is after your... Oh, damn.
So after high school...
My bad,
So
Wendy.
after high school, I came to UJ to come and study computer science and IT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Yeah. Now, I've always been the guy, but now, at this point, I kind of already knew that the academic thing is not going to be my thing. I'm really just doing it so that my mom can be proud. I can get my degree, but I already knew either music or football was going to be my life.
From the boys to men run in high school, you will see.
I knew that something might happen, but I was more leaning towards the soccer.
The soccer, yeah.
I thought I was going to be the next Dr. Kumalo.
Okay. That's a decent dream.
Yeah, so what happened was, when I moved to Joburg, actually, am I telling you the chop about the gym? Okay, let me start with the gym thing and I'll go back to the soccer. So, I meet the North boys and now I'm chilling around the Flyers girls, bro. So I've always... So my issue has always been...
What's the breed?
Yo, my boy...
What's the excess?
It's different. Because now I'm just seeing girls that I'm just like, yo, like I never knew there were girls that look like this.
And now you actually have to make a bit of effort.
That's where I fall in love with the hip-hop lifestyle.
Okay,
because now the New North is connected to their repertoires and
they deep in it.
And then guess what? Boom, I become friends with Ntato. Tatoes.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I became friends with Tatoes. We literally hit it off, and I can't tell you how that actually happened, bro.
I hit it off with him too. That's dangerous.
He became my boy, and he was such a cool boy, dog. Like, he was just so cool. Like, I was just like, yo, but I'm so grateful to have a friend like this. And also, I can go to all the nice, North events, parties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fire. And I can see the fire girls.
Yeah.
So,
fire.
But here's the thing, though. Around that time when I was friends with Ntato, the reps, they just always knew me as that guy that comes in Tato, always in the corner, not saying much. They never really took me serious like that. I was just another guy.
You're keeping it on the low.
Yeah, because also it's like, but we don't know this guy's family. Which family is he coming from? Because these are all rich kids. If you think about it,
And that's how they live in the North too.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't know your family. That means we don't,
You know what I'm saying? So... But they were always cool though, like always respectful. It's just they never really gave me attention like that. Tato was the guy that actually gave me attention.
Yeah.
And then we go to some of these parties or whatever. And then, but I realized the girls in these circles aren't giving me the attention that I always get. Like I'm really not the guy.
Yeah.
Like I always thought I was that guy. Now, I'm just like, yo, I'm skinny. Yeah, I'm light skinned, cool, a little bit light skinned, cool, sharp. But there are brews here in the North are different.
Yeah, they've been living in the house their whole life.
The competition is different.
The light skin is different.
And I can see most of them are, they got the muscles and they've got the girls. And I'm like, nah, I need to start hitting the gym. That's literally where the thing came.
And that's because they caught the private school early.
Much early. Yeah, they caught the private school. And
then when you're around the white kids.
Eating the things and they start,
the white
come
kids.
on, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So that's what actually got me into the gym, bro. Because I wanted to
the North niggas. Shout out to the North.
I wanted
the girls.
Well, I wanted the niggas to also kind of accept me.
To know know that, you're in the building.
That I'm also the guy. But I really wanted to get some attention from the girls, dog.
Cheeks, of course.
It's always been a thing for me, Yeah. That's always been, I guess, what motivates me, if I should put it that way. So I did that, started going to the gym, bro. I got introduced to a few of the things that you could take, the supplements and the what, and then I actually met a guy who was a personal trainer, and for whatever reason, this guy just started liking me, and he was like, nah, dog, don't worry, I'm gonna start you out for free.
Yeah.
So for 3 years, I had a personal trainer for free. But I also think, because he knew at that time, he was like, yo, this guy's a singer, and he looks like he's about to blow.
Okay, yeah. You had a bit of...
I had a bit of... No, I've always had potential, because I was signed very early. I was signed by DJ Cleo at some point.
So you had made the rounds.
I had already started making the rounds as an artist who's a signed artist, who's doing shows here and there sometimes. Sometimes I would travel with Cleo. He'd show me around. I mean, Cleo used to literally take me everywhere, bro.
And that experience, I can only imagine.
And it was the hands up Cleo, the Sising Hamba now with DJ Cleo, the selling of the online, the best online downloads of the what. That was every year. Cleo, every single year. You understand? I was there. Remember, there was that summer when Cleo won Best Download, but before the award, Briggs had won, I think, Best Quiet or something, and him and Briggs had just fought. Remember? Does anyone remember that? Aya, do you remember that? When Cleo fought with Briggs.
Yes. And, I'm a huge follower of Cleo.
Yeah, and then
Cleo's the guy.
Nah, he's him. And then what happened was Briggs won the first award at the Summers. I was actually Cleo's +1 that year. I was at the Summers and nobody knew who I was. And Briggs went and said in his acceptance speech, he said, Cleo, I'm fana soru luzile boy. You understand? And then everyone went crazy. That was like, you understand? And then Cleo later on won Best Download, something. And then he went on stage and said, Uba no luzile. That was time.
Fire.
That was the Twitter of the time.
Of course.
Because now on Sunday, it was all over the papers.
Sunday Times,
Yeah, Cleo and Briggs at the Summers, the Sun.
That was the social media.
You understand? So I was there throughout that whole thing, bro. I thought I was going to be a superstar after signing with DJ Cleo, and it didn't work out like that.
Yeah.
But the intro level was there. I got introduced to the industry. I knew pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And in 2011, I decided to go ask for my clearance from him, because I kind of felt like I could do this myself.
Yeah.
So I had the independent thing very early on, 2011 already. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to be an independent artist. So I started a company called D Exclusive Sounds. I didn't know what to expect, to be quite honest, because I had nothing, bro. I was in Braamfontein at the time. My mom was helping me with rent, with groceries. I really didn't have much. I was a backing vocalist for Zonke. So sometimes I would make a young 1,000 yana, 1.5 as a backing vocalist.
Just for a lunch with a baby or something.
You understand? You know what I mean?
Just to make it through, man.
Just to make it through, bro. Because Joburg is really hard, bro.
It's tough,
but I've always been very lucky. I had a very supportive family. My mom was really, really supportive. So I'm always going to be grateful to her.
Shout out to your moms also.
But just a few years before that, before I actually decided I'm going to take the music thing all the way, I had a choice to either take the music thing all the way or the soccer thing all the way.
Okay, yes.
Because I played for Wits University when I came to Joburg, under 19 for 6 months. And then I went to trial at Jomo Cosmos. And at the time, Jomo Cosmos was playing in the PSL. And I got in. I played for under 19 for 2 years.
Oh, shit.
Cosmos. Yeah.
And that's professional soccer, yes?
No, that's full on, bro. I was literally... So when you're done with under 19, it's either you get a pro contract or they loan you out to like Mvela League, other teams or whatever, just for you to get the experience. So I had to make a decision at the end of my under 19 that am I going to do this thing for real? But by that time, I already knew the politics in football, and I knew how hard it really is. It's really difficult, bro.
And you felt like it was harder than what the music was going to be?
No. That wasn't the reason that I chose the music. I felt like the music was more of a spiritual calling for me.
Oh, fire.
Yes, because every time when I was on stage, bro, I always felt like the room was moving. I always felt like people entered into a certain trance. You know, especially the ladies. They always kind of never...
Especially.
Especially the ladies. Yeah.
Before you get too spiritual for me, I've got a very nice picture of who you are right now.
Yeah.
We just need a slight detail just to come along with the entire story, because we've got the soccer, we've got the moms is doing well with the disciplined boy, he's playing soccer.
Yeah.
He's the light-skinned kid, he's in the choir, he's ballroom dancing. He's put it all together.
It's the new north.
You feel me? With all that discipline though. So when do the cheeks come in?
What cheeks?
Like, when do you start clapping?
Hey, yo, what's this guy?
Did you?
Hold on, let me take a little sip. What is this brew talking about? The girls, you mean like what?
Like, actually,
like sex?
Yes, sir.
Vanna. I don't know. I don't remember, dog.
That can't be a real answer.
Do you remember the first time you did it?
What?
You remember
Doesn't
who it was?
everybody? Is this a real? That can't be a real question. That can't be a real question.
Man. No, I actually do remember. I'm not gonna lie. Do you remember?
Or is mom's gonna watch this? She doesn't know.
No, moms can watch, bro. Moms, we have these conversations.
She knows when you lost your.
No, she doesn't know. We've never, bro. We've never been that open.
Can't get that crazy with the moms.
Dog. I've never introduced a girl as my girlfriend
till
to
this
the
day.
Family.
Shit.
Because the conversation has always been very clear. If you're gonna bring a girl to this house, that means that's your wife.
It should be your wife, yeah.
You know, so.
Which is a fact.
Yeah, I mean, the new kids are doing it very differently now. The 2Ks don't care, man. They go, yo, moms, this you know,
now. And baby, it's like, girl in there.
It's like crazy to me to see that, you know, because I could never, bro. Like, that's always felt so uncomfortable to like, yo, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah,
however,
same, yeah.
In I'd say 2011, my sister was getting married. And I was obviously meant to be there and also sing for my sister at the time. And I was kind of like bubbling under at the time, just about to blow.
Yeah.
And I was in a relationship with this girl from the Val. You know, I was crazy about her. You know what I'm saying? She was
the one.
She was really bad.
Yeah.
She was bad. I've always been, I don't know what.
Yeah, but I think your catalog is kind of crazy, no? As far as...
What catalog?
As far as the breed that you've touched, it's like...
What do you know?
I don't know much, but it's like...
Thank God.
Whenever... No, I don't... I have nothing on you. I have nothing on you. But it's like the breed. I've seen glimpses of you with like a breed where I'm like... It's like you just go with like a thing and it's like...
I just prefer to be very much under as much as possible.
Which you've done well with.
Where that is concerned, you know? But I was in love with the girl from the Val, and, you know, she actually came along to my sister's wedding. So for the first time, I never introduced her. Nope. She was just like a friend who came in with me to the wedding. But believe it or not, that's the girl that then went on to break my heart, and that's where the song "The Love I Know I Deserve" was born.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because I had it after that. Yep. Let's clap it up. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Classics.
Because she couldn't give you the love you knew.
Because she actually didn't. So I got involved in a car accident, and not long after that, my first car accident. Actually, I've had 2 car accidents. Believe it or not.
Crazy.
Bro. My first car accident, it was around.
Is this still going to the cheeks?
Yeah, it is.
This is still
just
headed
listen
there.
to the story.
No, I just
listen
have
to the story. So, remember there was that season of Big Brother, Yabo Bob's at Babylicious.
Okay, yes, legendary season.
Yeah, that season was amazing. And there was a guy called Luke Clayton.
Okay, yes.
The actor. He was actually an actor at the time. Luke Clay was doing he had just gotten out of the Big Brother house, and he was super famous. Like, yo, I am famous in Nigeria, Angola, you can't touch me vibes. So he did a young thing at, I think it was it Kong at the time? That downstairs where Montana is right now? I don't know what it was called at the time, but I think it was Kong.
Kong was at the top. So
was Kong at the top?
yeah,
So what was
that
downstairs? Was it?
What was
What
that?
was that?
When
Gents,
that
come
was
on, you
Kong.
guys.
Something, what it was. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been so many things.
yeah, bro.
Like, oh.
So he had a party there, so I went there to support him. We just knew each other from the industry. And then after that, I'm always the guy that leaves at like 1, half 1. So I'm early.
Yeah,
I'm
duck
the
out
early. Come
early,
duck out
yeah.
early because I don't drink. So it's like, also why am I there for like
Never
5 hours?
did?
No, never have.
Oof,
Never
your
have,
mom's
bro.
killed
Not
it.
once. Not have. I've never even tasted. I can't tell you what anything tastes like.
Shout out to Mama
Yeah.
Donald. Mama
You know,
Donald.
it's a
Great
deeper
job.
conversation. But
Great
yeah,
job.
so
Okay.
I leave the crib. I'm driving my young Corsa, 1.6, my first car in Joburg, that my mom's again helped me buy. Bro, like, yo, that woman, bro, like, you don't understand. So now, driving there, Shapo, how I'm fit to, like, out of nowhere, I lose control of the car. I can't tell you. I'm driving at like 80, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, I lost control of the car. I hit the thing in the wall of some other house there. And then now I'm in a full-on car accident. Dog, I don't know what's going on. I thought I'm dead.
My goodness.
Then I wake up, I'm realizing sharp, the airbag has come out. I get out of the car. I actually run to the other side of the road because now I'm...
Yeah, you still...
Yeah, I'm still processing
shock,
what's going on. Yeah. And then I realized this is a full-on car accident and I'm still in one piece.
Where in Jersey is this happening?
This is happening on... What's that road, guys, that connects from Rosebank to Bram? You go from Rosebank to Bram.
Juta?
No, not Juta.
Not Juta. What's this?
There's two roads.
No,
Young Smarts. Not Young Smarts?
It's Young Smarts and then?
Colette. Not Colette.
No, Young Smarts.
Young Smarts.
I think it's Young Smarts. Yeah. So it was
it's Young Smarts.
It was around there.
Bram to...
Yeah.
Damn.
It was around there, bro. Car accident there, and then I get taken. So I called, I don't know who I called, but they came, took me to the hospital. There's actually a hospital, right? Like right before Bramfontein, by the park, right before you get to the garage that takes you into Bram.
Oh yeah, isn't that Mill Park Hospital?
Is it Mill Park? Yeah,
Mill Park, no?
Yeah. So they take me to Mill Park Hospital there, and then I call my girl. I'm like, baby girl, I just got into a car accident. I'm shocked as hell. I'm really shaken.
Is
like
this
I
still
thought
the
I was gonna die.
Valko?
Yeah, the
At
Valko.
the time, yeah.
Yeah, the Valko. I was heavily in love, bro.
Of course.
Then she says to me, oh, baby, I'm so sorry, whatever. Ish. I'm like, what do you mean, ish? I'm like, when are you gonna get here? She's like, ish, let me call you in the morning. Because now I'm calling her around 2. She's like, I don't know. My grandmother this, my grandmother that. I'll call you in the morning. But at the time, already, I'm like, okay, this girl is acting weird.
Oh, that's weird. Because the love of your life is going to come running.
I thought we were in that type of relationship where it's like, what? Where? Send location, send address now. I'm there.
I'm coming.
Then I realized, okay, maybe it's not that, but I'm like, you know what? I'll give her until the morning. Let me see what's going to happen in the morning. Sharp, I sleep at the hospital. I wake up at 8 a.m. I call her, yo, baby girl, I'm still here.
You made the first call.
Yeah. I'm the one calling again. I'm like, yo, so how far are you? No, baby, I actually can't make it. Can't make it. Stories.
Still the coco.
But this time, I'm just like, yeah, no, this one is not the one. This one. Like already at that time, I'm like, okay, sharp. Red flag, I don't think this is the relationship I'm going to be in. So already in my mind, me and this girl are over. At that moment, I knew because the thing is, it takes the small... Well, it wasn't even really a small thing. But for me, it's like, yo, the first thing that we go through already, you're proving to me that you're not the one.
Because you're not coming running to
me. You understand?
And also, you're an R&B nigga, so this is very disappointing
But it's not about that, bro. It's not, but is it just R&B guys who take relationships seriously? Can we just be for real, bro?
Well, not, but I mean, just love is that really thing for you. It's like you sing about love.
I really believe in this thing.
You are in love, you believe in that, which is what I mean by R&B. So it's like, you expect it to be like it is in the rom-com.
Generally, R&B or not. I really do expect that if we are...
Even without the R&B.
You know what I'm saying? R&B or not.
Facts,
we are companions, bro. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's a companionship.
Yes, sir.
So I knew already that it was over. And I was shaking, dog. Like I really was not okay for a while.
It hurt you, yeah.
Not just
from the accident?
Just from the accident.
Oh, yeah,
bro. Like I really thought I was gone, bro.
Damn.
You know? Then I go home, I recover for 1 week, and then a friend of mine who used to live not far from me in Auckland Park says, Ntwana, Understand? Zwagala, man, just come through, get some fresh air. It's been a week, you've been in the crib, so come get some fresh air, sharp, we chill. I get there, this guy's playing this beat, this deep house beat. And I'm like, yo, Mbana, yo, this is nice, dog. Who's this? He's like, no, it's just me, dog. Just been playing around on the computer and stuff. I never knew he even makes beats.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm hearing this bass, bro. I'm hearing, you know, and then there's a guitar that comes in somewhere, it just goes do. And I'm like, there's no way, bro. I'm like, yo, you made this? It is like, yeah, dog, I made this. And then I went outside for a little bit. 15 minutes, I came back, and then I started humming the thingy, the words, just that line.
Yeah.
Literally the line. Yeah, because at the time, I was still in that mode of, like, what love is this one that this girl is showing
Then
me?
I'm
Because it's not the one. This love I'm retrieving is not
like, what is this?
It's not the one that I deserve, and that's literally how the song came about. I wrote that, and it felt right in the you know, like that energy thing that we spoke about earlier on.
Yeah.
How you make music, you come in, and I literally was listening to that beat, and that really came, and I was like, Mfana, I'm sorry, but there's something special about this. Let's go to the studio right now.
Your song.
No. We go to the studio right now. We literally went into his car because I didn't have a car at the time. So we went into his car. We went to Braamfontein to go meet up with the guy I was working with. His name is Chris J. So he's actually a guy from Ghana who was a producer. I was working with him on my album at the time. My first house album. You know, crazy thing, Train of Love was my first house attempt.
Okay.
That was me entering into house, coming from Afro pop and R&B, doing house for the first time.
Yeah, okay.
And that became the classic album.
Of course.
Yeah, so
this becomes also your breakout.
That becomes the breakout.
Album.
So that's how I Deserve was actually a thing. So that's where the cheeks started.
When you became famous?
No, that's not when I broke my virginity.
That was the question.
That's really when.
That was the question, because I was trying to figure out your discipline. How long did you hold it in? Like,
nah.
How long were you able to stay away from?
I had a girlfriend back at home, bro, and she's the one that kind of did the things.
High school?
Nah.
Oh, you made it through high school?
Yeah, first year.
Fine.
So I was a late.
Well done, late bloomer.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's fire.
Yeah.
So you're saying when the cheeks went crazy?
That's when
you started running through them?
Bro, not running through them, bro. Come on, it's never been about.
That's what you were implying.
It's never been about that. I guess maybe to put it more clearer, that's when the options kind of.
Of course, of course. Which already the library was.
It was already
was
there.
Vast.
Yeah,
already.
Because I've always been the guy. Even in my, I was already famous at UJ, the Bunting Road campus, bro.
Yeah.
For having sung Maxwell, the woman's work, at lunch hour when no one has the classes. So we had this thing on Tuesdays at Bunting Road, where on Tuesdays between 12 and 1, no one has classes, so everyone gathers at the amphitheater. Yeah. And then there would be like some popular artists coming in to promote their songs. So one of the days, they actually asked if anyone was talented in the crowd.
Shit, yeah.
And I was like, okay, are you guys sure about this one?
You guys sure you want to smoke?
I had my school bag, and I was just still a bit skinny at the time too. Went there, took the mic, and there was a keyboard guy playing, and I just asked him, "Do you know how to play the Maxwell Women's Work?" And he said, no, say less. I literally did it there for the first time, and I became extremely popular in the campus. Yeah. So I already knew where this thing was going.
And that campus also.
No, bro, it was ridiculous. At the time, I don't know about now, but we lived in a different era, dog. We lived in because we lived in the era of Nzegezege and Dando and Brown Dash.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
And they pulling up out there.
They're pulling up to the school, dog. And now, even for me, the dream is is becoming a reality because I'm just like, damn. There's a guy called Jamela who later on became Sgonondo. Remember Sgonondo?
With the
fire,
mask? Yes.
Yeah, so he actually started singing very early. He was signed to Lance.
And that's also DJ Cleo, no? Ended up there somewhere, no?
Yes. Well, most people started there with Lance at what was the name of the...
Ghetto Rough.
Ghetto Rough, yeah.
Yes.
He was the guy that actually gave me my first job as a backing vocalist in the studio, and I got paid for the first time. I actually got paid to do anything.
To sing.
I was a backing vocalist for Jamela, and then we found Joop Joop there at the studio. That's when I met him for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's when the whole thing actually started. Fun fact: I have never done any other job in my whole entire life than sing and get paid.
Yeah.
I've never been a salesman. I've never sold anything. I've never done nothing.
Respectfully to the salesman.
Oh no, sorry. No, but as a student, we all go through
You didn't do the call center on
I
the
did
side.
nothing, bro. I literally went to school, did Jamela's session at the studio, got paid. That was my first paycheck, and I've been doing that ever since.
And never looked back.
Never looked back.
Yeah. And you caught this thing from like the Kwaito wave. Like as far as the fame thing, the industry thing.
From back.
Like catching it from the DJ Clear wave.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How was that? Like those times, I mean, at least from the outside, it felt like those are like irreplaceable times. It's just as far as how it felt outside.
Yeah, it was
the
different.
Music those niggas were making.
It was different, bro. Like DJ Cleo was so major. We would go to festivals and people would mob the car. Mob it. Like people would be around the car. Like it would be actually a little bit scary.
Yeah.
And I was just there looking at it and thinking, damn, man, like I want this. I really want this.
Yeah.
And I knew I was gonna do everything possible to make sure that I get it.
That you get it.
Yeah.
And also, now thinking about it, you're actually so fortunate to be around such healthy individuals, because having seen him on Mac G's podcast, he also has like a good head on his shoulders.
More than what you think, my brother.
And I saw it there.
Let me
on
tell
the show.
you, I have met a lot of people in this industry. I've never met anybody more disciplined than DJ Cleo.
I heard it from the stories he was telling on there.
You have
I'm
no
like,
idea.
damn.
I used to look at this guy, the music videos, and I was like, yo, this guy's probably lit as hell. And then I meet him and I'm like, he's never drunk, he's never smoked, he's never done nothing.
Crazy.
He's never late for any interview, he's never late for a performance. He's like that guy will discipline you, dog. And he's like tough love type of discipline.
Yeah.
He tells you, gak.
Yeah.
Cleo is probably the only person
He's a real nigga.
He's probably the only person that's ever told me that, yo, bro, like you're wasting my time. I signed you and now I feel like you can't sing. So you better start doing something.
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together, or I don't know. I think I might.
The issues they had with Briggs.
It wasn't the
get your
talent.
shit together.
No, it was obviously on the more social side, the more personal. You know what I mean? Like, discipline side of things. Like with me, he had a problem with, the delivery in the studio. He was like, yo, bro, now you're not bringing it. Like, you're wasting my time. He's that type.
So you're faking it now. You're not really the guy.
But the thing is, I took it because I knew that it didn't come from a bad place. Like, he wasn't really trying to be, snacks or whatever. He really just wanted the best of me. I mean, the reason I became who I became now is mainly because of him, especially from being an independent artist. I actually learned watching him.
Yeah, ooh.
I was like, oh my God, like this guy runs his own business, bro. He just has people around him that work for him.
Which then teaches you the business also.
That became my model. I've never had a manager who I work for.
Yeah, they work for you.
All my managers work for me. Yeah, everybody that comes into the business knows that this is Donald's vision and we are all just here to help him with the vision. I'm obviously for me, the only way that can work is that there has to be a really huge respect factor. You can't make anyone feel like they are your, you know what I mean, your boy. No one is like you don't own anybody.
Skeevy,
However, at the end of the day, there has to be someone who will take the final decision if needs be.
Yeah.
So I've always been the guy. I've always made it clear, if you come into my space, into my business, yo, bro, this is how it's gonna work. Sometimes I'm gonna let you make the decisions because maybe I feel like, yo, that's not really my line of whatever. But when it's all said and done, please, if we are maybe disagreeing and someone has to make the final decision, it's gonna be me. Can we be cool with that? Please, respectfully, so that there isn't that thing of, this guy is so difficult to what. Because for me, I've always felt like, yo, at the end of the day, when my business crumbles, it's on me. not
That's
on
like
anyone
the
else.
nice way of saying I'm the boss.
No, yeah, but like I also don't like that
Yeah,
word.
of course. Which
Yeah,
is why
I'm a
I'm like,
leader.
it's the nice way.
Yeah, I'm a
of,
leader.
That's
Yeah,
a
there's a
better,
difference.
much better word.
Yeah.
And there is a huge difference. You're
Huge
right.
difference. But I also feel like not every artist can do that.
No.
Not every artist has the leader in them.
No.
And they do need the machine. They need the managers, the road managers, the everybody, the label.
Yeah, there's people who need all of that. Yes, very
for
true.
them to really make it.
Very true.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, for you to not, for you to be able to understand that Cleo wasn't coming from
a bad place,
when he was having to shit on you. Is that like from your soccer background and having been coached?
Woo! That is powerful, Zinger. That is so powerful, bro. Yes.
Nah?
Because the thing about football, bro, or any sports for that matter, it teaches you, it really forces you to, it teaches you discipline. And this is why sometimes, like sometimes when I look at like how our soccer players in this country have a reputation for being bad boys or whatever, I don't get it.
It makes no sense, which is why they're so bad at their job.
I don't get it.
Respectfully, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my
No,
goodness.
but it's true though. Yeah. Like we are, I mean, we are currently at a now rebuilding stage. And we're not supposed to be, because at some point we were the kings of Africa. Yes. So football teaches you, one, arriving on time. It teaches you to work with people. It teaches you to respect the coach. If the coach says, "Yeah, when Donald, what's on?" It's not that he hates you. It's just also the blood rush. Yeah. And if I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you seen the latest celebrity games that have been happening? The football games. With Big Zulu and them and
no, I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah, but you knew they were happening.
Yeah, I know they're happening.
So I play for the hip hop team.
Yeah, I've seen you on the lineup.
And I play center. I'm in center back. And I'm one of the leaders in the team, and I'm screaming at everybody. And everyone is just like, "Yo, we never knew Donald. Like Donald, the R&B. I'm a different beast boy on the football.
That is so crazy because I heard about that.
Yeah, I'm different.
And it was actually just a month ago. I heard.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I was so shocked. I had the exact same response you just articulated. I was like, Donald. They're like, "Hey, Donald is out there."
I'm like screaming at everybody. Yeah, because I come from that level of football where there's no sissy in the team. There's no sissy, bro. You are fighting. It's tackles on tackles. And also remember, I used to play for Joba Cosmos, bro.
So you're
Cosmos was known for being a hard tackling team. Like you had to be strong.
Oh, Nantlaba.
Ask anybody that knows football, they'll tell crazy. You. Yeah, so football taught me a lot about discipline and about knowing that also truth. Being able to take the truth and whether it's a hard truth, it's a truth you want to hear or not, it doesn't matter, I try to instill the same kind of values in my team, in my younger brothers, because I've got younger brothers. I'm the older brother at home, and I'm always kind of trying to remind them that, bro, you've got people around you, you've got a support system, but at the end of the day, you have you. Don't ever forget that. You are ultimately the person who is responsible for yourself. Yeah. Unfortunately.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And that's also a very good mix because you have an older sister and you have little brothers. And I've got little brothers. So that makes you have to be a man, but you also have like a feminine touch that is
I have to respect
above you. Ooh.
There's that level of respect. Like my sister, my sister is probably one of the very few people that can right now like lash at me and I will listen. I'll be quiet.
Till this day.
There's no Donald I deserve at home.
Yeah.
There's none of that.
There's no deserving, there's no in denial.
Denying nothing.
There's none of it. Damn, okay, so now we can get to 2011. Okay, I'm comfortable to be in 2011 because now this is your pop-off year.
Now this is the pop-off year, bro.
Like, this is... Bro. And I think I met you in 2011.
Around that time.
It might have been 12, actually.
Yeah. You know where I remember seeing you also? I remember seeing you perform with the gents at that club. What was that club, man? Where this guy used to do these parties, the sushi parties.
Oh!
What was that club?
At
You have a third mic, they help us out.
Like all the high people used to go
That's
there.
Zah. Is it not Zah?
Zah, yes.
You once performed at Zah.
Yes,
I was
with
there.
tear gas.
I was there.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, that's when I was bubbling up.
Yeah, but you were with the team though. You were with Cash Time.
Yeah. That's I think we put out a single yet?
Yeah, you already had the main
number
single.
1. Oh, Goodbye already.
You had already Goodbye.
Oh, okay, yeah, because oh shit.
I
so
watched
then we already.
No, you were popping off. You came in. You walked in like, yo, do you know who we are?
Smashes.
Because you were Smashes was just different, bro.
Oh.
Nah, Smashes is different.
I don't think it's even possible for me to be able to even tap into that.
Nah, you were young.
I'm so far removed from that level of.
I watched the video now and a few of the videos that you guys dropped at that time, and I realized you were very different. You are now a different person altogether.
That's why I changed my name.
Yeah, but you were a beast then.
Yeah, super. I was an animal.
I wish you literally would. Like, I wish you had owned Smashes all the way through. You would have really you would have easily become
the greatest of all time.
Keenan.
Yeah,
you would have easily become Keenan. Because remember, Keenan. Came in with, hey yo, it's me.
Yeah.
I don't care. He came in like that off jump, bro.
From the jump.
I remember when I Want It All came out and I went to some club. Bro, I've always been in the hip hop social
you always
space,
were in the circle.
just like in the background, just watching. I remember watching him and Cooley perform at some club in the north. And this kid was not famous yet. He was just known within the circles of hip hop.
Yeah.
And they were performing I Want It All. And I was like, there's no way. This kid is probably one of the most
you could feel
confident
of all time
people I've seen in the game. Nobody's confident like this guy.
Yeah.
And no matter what happens, this guy's going to make it. I knew from day one.
Yeah, from jump. From the first time you saw Forbes, you knew it's okay. He's on the way to where he's headed.
Around that hype before he became, I don't know if he was on the Hype magazine. Around that time.
Yeah, he had a very dope come up. We all saw him do, and that's why we all were able to witness it.
Yep.
Because everybody was able to feel it when you experienced it. It was like, okay.
So when I saw you, I felt like you had the same thing.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I really did.
I just got so exhausted of what it came with.
Of course. You had to, the thing is, to be like that, bro, at that level, you have to kind of fight. It's the only way you can get through to the other side. You actually have to say, hey, actually screw everybody.
And you know what my thing was?
I'm doing this thing.
I didn't want it on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want it on that level. Like, for me, it's like, I did it because I love it. It's dope.
Yeah,
but
it's so dope. But now
I'm not desperate for this shit. Yeah, so for me, I was just, that's why.
But also, maybe it's because when you were on the outside, you didn't know what it actually really looks like from the inside.
Precisely.
Those are two totally different things. I always tell people, I'm like, you guys can talk about famous people all you like. You will never fully understand until you are famous.
What it takes,
what it actually means
to maintain fame.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a whole
other
thing.
life,
like,
bro.
That's a beast of a thing.
That's why I will always respect famous people who are grounded.
Yes.
For you to be able to,
which you've always been.
Yeah, but I think it comes from obviously the upbringing.
Yeah.
Me obviously practicing that habit of never forgetting that as much as I am this guy that I am now, I'm still at the end of the day just a human being. Get out, team fit. Like, I'm just a guy, bro. Ultimately, all of this can stop tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then who do I become when it stops?
Yeah. What fucked me up was hip hop raised me. So, cause I'm from a broken home, the divorce thing and all that. You know, I got into the hip hop very early, and so all the toxicity that hip hop teaches,
makes sense.
I learned and believed in, which is why Smashes carried himself the way that he did. Like, I believed in those things wholeheartedly and lived them to the fullest. It's like, Ja Rule, Jay, and Eminem, these are the things they said.
All of
this is how they carried themselves, and this is the gospel. This is what we know.
Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm listening to like the most romantic music to ever come out.
And then to add on top of that, not having my dad in the home, the lack of the discipline.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So
the concept of the discipline, because even with the sports and everything, because everything's coming easy for me in my whole life. It's like I don't have to put in too much effort. It's easy. It's like I'm nice and everything. Like when I pick up the sports, like basketball, when I picked it up, I was able to catch it easy.
You just look good in the attire. Just in the attire. You're like, yo, the girls are just, every time they pass the ball to smashes. It's
and I have to hit that bucket. So that was my biggest trap. Like as enjoyable as that life was, that bubble became my biggest trap because the music industry, which is a good point that you're making, is like this thing is it's actually work. It's actually a job.
It's fun.
Yeah, you can't come around here and just do your thing and then just go home and expect
then just show up like an hour late.
No.
And it's like, so can I have...
And not believe in that.
You know, can I have warm water with like some extra cinnamon and the what? You know,
even where some come in with the lean.
The level. Oh my God.
Come in with the lean, so you can imagine.
You are fully street, like...
And an MTV interview, nigga.
You've got the cup.
It down here, the cup here, down here. And I'm picking it up too. And the lady who was interviewed, I remember, who actually...
You know, can I tell you, bro?
Tell me.
It's so unfortunate that you and I never met and chopped it up around that time.
You would have pulled me aside?
Bro, do you know how many hip-hop artists I've had real chats with about just direction and just guidance? You won't believe this, bro.
So do you understand some of the resentment that I had from my friends?
I can only imagine.
Because then I realized they were not real friends. Respectfully, old friends. Because nobody called me to order.
You out. Yeah.
Yes, you do have a great relationship with Casper.
No, I had an amazing relationship with Casper.
With Forbes as well.
With Forbes as well. With Ricky as well. With Tito. I've always had a great relationship.
You're an A-lister, actually.
Yeah, you know, But you know, the crazy thing is the guys always kind of looked at me as like OG.
Okay.
Yeah, like Cass came to me with that energy off the bat. Like, OG, I really respect you. I love what you do. Bro, like, I remember we were in Lesotho at the Vodacom festival, and I literally came in, boy, and I messed it up, that festival. And Cass was in the building watching because he had just performed earlier with Double HP.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing their tweet, bro. You know, Casper said on the tweet, Donald is probably the best live act in South Africa right now.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember that.
And I watched him become who he became. But like in between that, we would meet and chop it up. And all Casper ever wanted, bro, was guidance. And he literally took everything. I remember him calling me one time, asking me, yo, bro, I literally just started this label. It's called, what's this label again? Family Tree. But Universal is offering me a deal. This is now Gusheshe, Casper. And I really don't know what to do, bro. Like, I feel like this is the moment for me. And I feel like if I can be in the machine, I'm gone, right? And I'm like, Ntwana, this is obviously a very, very big decision. But I will say to you, please don't let the image of being behind the machine fool you. There's nothing that beats ownership. And if you can begin the process and the journey of owning your own thing, this is probably the time. So make the right decision. I left it to him, you know, but I had to make him see what the pros and the cons were.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me what decision he made. And I just really literally just started seeing things about Family Tree flying around. I'm like, okay, cool. So I see what decision he made, you know? And he always called me, bro, at any time. Like, I always had that open, you know, door thing for me, like in the industry with anybody. Because I always just want to see artists have long careers. Like, I hate this thing of, as a South African artist, they literally give you only 2 years. Like that's max. Like, after 2 years, they're like, my nigga, you fell off.
Yeah.
And I've always said, no, but we are so much better than that. We can actually have careers.
Yeah, real careers.
Real careers. Yeah. Like, America, bro, they killed 20, 25 years, like 30 years, 40 years careers. We can do the same. And I see it now actually happening. Yeah. Because back then, it used to be a thing where they really wanted you to fall off. Like, if you're not...
Yeah, it's like they push you
They
out.
want you to fall off. Like they're
it starts
okay.
with the OG thing.
Yeah, no, they start.
OG.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Grotmad, yeah.
Hey,
And then
so
after that, it's like,
guys.
no, bro, your time is gone. You
So,
fell off, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I always had those conversations with the guys, with Ricky, bro, about business. I mean, Ricky helped me buy my first property.
Fire.
Because of those conversations.
Fire.
Because of those conversations,
Fire.
Ricky was like, my nigga, this is what you must do. This is what you must do. This is where you need to look. This is what we can do. Because I think he was already deep in that.
That's
chat.
another phenomenal nigga.
No. He was absolutely amazing.
wish I could have chatted with him.
Bro.
Oh, that chat would have been
all
so
the moment,
fire.
every time I met Ricky, he made me feel like I was the king. He reminded me every time.
What a nigga.
It's almost as if he knew sometimes that I was down and I needed a pickup. And he'd just come in and say, oh my gosh.
Which is crazy because that's always like a characteristic of somebody that needs that from people.
Crazy. And we just don't see it sometimes.
Because they're giving it so much.
Yeah, we think, yo, these guys...
They're giving it with the hopes of getting it back.
Yep, that's true. And then moving on to Keenan, man. Hey, this one is different for me, bro. It's very sad because I've got like real personal stories, you know? Keenan became my neighbor at the Franklin in Joburg.
Oh, yes. You lived at the Franklin?
He was my neighbor.
Oh, that's fine.
Like
you lived out there?
Yeah, no. I've got property.
I've been out there.
I've got property at the Franklin.
To this day,
yeah. So, simple moments like, yo, I'm getting a call from Tiamo. Yo, bro, where you at? Are you at the crib? Yeah, I'm here, dog. Yo, bro, Keenan is sleeping, dog. We got an interview. This guy needs to wake up right now. Go and knock on the door.
Crazy.
I would be the guy getting out of my door, knocking on that guy's door to wake up because he's late for an interview.
That's fire. That's brotherhood.
You know, he would invite me to come and play PS with the boys.
Yeah.
You know, with
of course.
With
Chief.
With everybody, bro. From Chief to, Zaz. Don.
Yeah, Zaz.
Rich Mahog.
Yes,
you know, these are guys I lived around.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you the one who inspired him to live out there at the Franklin?
No. Actually, I found him there.
Or you?
I found him there. So he inspired me to actually.
Or to go in there.
Because the place is quite sick.
When he moved there, I was like, yo, this nigga.
Yeah, it's different.
I'm like, yo, okay.
You know, so I went there and, I interacted with him quite a lot, bro. I saw a lot of his life around there right next to me,
Yeah.
And there was a lot of respect between me and Keenan. I literally became the #1 AKA fan. When AKA was performing and I was at the event, I was right in front with everybody.
Yeah.
Singing and rapping to every song. I became that guy.
Yeah.
When anyone asked me in interviews, who are your most favorite artists? Who do you think are the groundbreaking artists of our time? And I would always say AKA definitely in my top 5. With your Ashas and you
named them in there.
I would name everybody from Asha to Alicia Keys and AKA, and everyone would always be like, AKA. I'm like, yes. I remember I did an interview at YFM and they asked me this in 2013, and I said, the sad thing right now, because I could see also the hate and the backlash that he gets, right? Because people never really fully understood him and the energy that he brought, right? And just how he just did I don't care thing about him and just like, yo, bro, I'm inside, I'm here. I'm this guy that I say I am, and I don't care what you think. I remember I said on this interview, I said, the painful thing for me when I look in the future is that we will probably only realize what we had when it's gone with him.
Facts. Because
for me, I already knew, I saw it. I was like, yo, this is gonna be one of, if not the greatest.
What a guy.
What a human, bro. So every time I would meet up with Keenan, he would just want to give me a big, long hug. Always.
Yeah.
Do you know that the hip-hop industry started calling me Platinum Donnie? Because at the time, I had a couple of platinum albums. I was getting a lot of platinum plaques at the time.
Because of Forbes.
And Forbes called me platinum.
Yeah, I remember he called you that on Twitter.
Yeah, and then everybody started calling, like the whole industry, all the rappers.
He coined that. It
He
became
coined
like
it.
yeah.
And I started being called Platinum Donny from that
Even
day
for
on.
me, like that's why I had like respect for your brand off the bat, because when I met you, I think they were introducing the How Train or something, and they put us in the bus.
Oh my God!
So I'm sitting, it's Forbes, you next to me, and I'm sitting across. So in that conversation, he was just going off about like your platinum and.
But do you know the Choppin chat? I'm the only artist that ever shot a music video.
Shot a video.
Let's get it. Come on, let's flip it out. What are you talking about? Yes, sir.
When it was brand new, the
brand new, yeah. I was the only one that ever was allowed, and it never happened ever again.
So you're like the one and only Gautrain influencer of all time.
Of all time, sir.
Of all time.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Because you can still pull that out and say, you'll never see any other vid.
No.
That looks like this. And they let you shoot clean.
Everywhere.
The train is moving.
I shot in the vicinities, and then I shot inside. I went from Sentin all the way to Pretoria and back.
And that was inside, the love you deserve, no?
No, that was Denial. That was,
and
Baby,
you were back to back.
I was inside after that.
And that's what Forbes was crying about. So me sitting in that conversation, I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, whoever the fuck this nigga is, must really be the one. Because honestly, also I came in as smelly, so I'm not really trying to...
Also, you don't really, you just like really...
I don't even know you.
You were feeling yourself,
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, I don't even... But now I'm seeing, hey, Forbes is bowing like this, because also I have major respect for Forbes.
Of course,
we have a mutual... I'm like, and you don't usually see Forbes bow like that. There's very few people, which is why I knew it was okay. This Donald's guy, serious guy. And then I started peeping your shit on thing. Because I'm typical hip hop, by the way. Before that, as soon as your shit comes on, respectfully,
you just turn it
like,
off
the house
because it's not raps.
I'm not jamming. I'm not jamming.
Who's this light skinned guy? Just like always breaking his heart.
Obviously, it's a hit because I see it all the time. So then after that, I let it jam. I'm like, okay, let me see what's happening here with this Donald figure. But that moment was like, oh, okay. So Forbes did have that.
Forbes
I've only seen him have that for you.
Yeah.
For Double HP. For KO.
For Pro.
And for Pro.
Yep.
Yes, for Pro.
And how amazing is that, bro? Like
fire.
Like for me, like those are the moments that I live for, bro. Like I'm always gonna, I guess, hold on to that. And I was always so scared to get too close to him, because I had so much love and respect for him. I didn't want to know too much. So I always, Forbes would invite me to his crib, and sometimes I'd make some excuses not to go. Because I was just like such a huge fan of the figure, and I was just like, because I've always been a student of the game, bro. Like I'm that guy who's a fan of everybody. I'm literally that guy who's a fan of every artist that's out there who's special. Even just watching Cass become who he became, for me, it's always been so wow.
Yeah,
because
very wow.
Yeah, it's a wow situation.
Super wow.
And then I became close to Dream Team. Those became my boys.
Those were your niggas.
Those became my niggas.
Yeah, I remember that phase.
Yeah, that was a really interesting.
I remember
phase.
that.
Shout out
that
to
was
my boys,
dope.
Dream Team.
Yeah, shout out to them niggas. I also had good vibes with
actually,
them.
they gave me my first hip hop feature hit
on the joint with Knock Music.
Yeah, with Knock
also.
Music. Yeah, that's the what's your name?
Yes, that was dope.
That was huge.
Because also we didn't have much of that. That's not. Well, maybe we hadn't had much of it since maybe Pitch Black Afro and Never Let You Go.
Yeah, Never Let You Go. We never had much.
R&B and hip hop had gone away.
Yeah, I always felt like, and this was my issue with hip hop at the time. That's the issue that I've kind of had in recent times with piano. I'm a piano artist. I always felt like the hip-hop industry wanted to exclude themselves so much from the whole music business, y'all just wanted to work with just each other.
Yeah.
You don't want to touch everybody else. You don't want to work with the artists who actually have the reach, who can introduce your music to everybody else.
Yes.
It's always about, but it's the culture. Like every time we talk about the culture, and about like, what about being in the music business?
The business, right?
The show business is about us like bringing all the talents together.
And hip hop has lacked that.
Has
And
always
that's an
lacked that.
international
And I used to be
issue.
my biggest worry was always hip hop will suffer at some point because of the non-activity in that.
Because of the no business acumen.
No business acumen and not wanting to work with everybody else and doing the things that are out of the box.
Yeah.
You understand? So when we did Girl, What's Your Name, bro, it was a huge hit, bro.
Yeah, that was fire.
Oh my gosh.
That was a dope moment.
The babies were dying.
And Dream Team Valley were babies,
they were
niggas.
all about their babies.
You were babies, nigga.
Knock is
a babies, nigga. It was just
it was
like
too much.
Oh,
so
crazy.
Talking about that, actually, when I did the Red Mic experience at Carnival City 2016
yes,
August,
sir.
That was the most lit
amazing
moment
by the way
of the whole thing.
Yeah.
When the boys came out for What's Your Name, that everybody was on their feet. That place felt like
that song.
That
Fire.
place felt like Madison Square Garden. Jay just pulled up with
more than your house shit.
More than my house shit. But remember, but also hip hop is more livelier.
Yeah, it
just
is.
in terms of energy.
Yeah, it's fire. Yeah.
I mean, Over the Moon is still my biggest moment. But when the boys came out, and I had both of them.
And the boys also fresh boys. They were on fire
bro,
too,
and
you know, yeah, you
they
can't
were
fight
on that
it.
second level.
Oh,
so
you can't fight it.
You know who you know it was just a moment at the time, bro. It was amazing. And talking about the Red Mic experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's get straight to that show.
Yeah.
Yes. So, by the way, on the way to that show, you are independent your whole career?
Yeah, bro, I'm paying for the whole thing.
Yeah, I was about to ask that actually.
Yeah, I'm paying for the whole thing.
There was talks that you were on Universal at some point.
No. So I've always had a licensing deal with Universal, so through my label.
So you came in as your boss.
I came in straight as DX. I'm a DX exclusive artist, which is my
venture
label. And then
deal.
I came in with Universal. They gave me a licensing deal. That's been the deal I've had from the beginning until now.
Me too. That's the best deal ever.
Yeah, that is the best deal. So,
Crazy.
but I do everything I want to do. I release it whatever time I want. I choose all my singles. I own all I own everything. All my masters, everything. Are you? Nah, bro. Okay, no. Hold on. Let's talk about the show, right?
Okay,
Can we talk about the show? Yeah. So, when I decided to do the show, obviously, a huge part of the inspiration came from Fill Up the Dome.
Fire.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Are we clapping it up for Fill Up the Dome?
You know? And I really felt like it was time. I was a little bit scared. I did my research and I knew that it was a couple of million rands that were going to be needed for me to actually make it happen. You know, got my team on the thing and we tried to get sponsors, bro, and unfortunately we got none. You know, but I went through with the show because I knew that I always had a plan B. I always had my own money. Where I was like, yo, if I don't get any, because it was a decision, like I had a fuck it moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I don't care what happens. I'm doing the show. If it means I must use everything that I have, I'm going to do exactly that.
So just to rephrase, you had your own couple of million.
Well, I mean, the production was a couple of millions.
That's
bro.
what
I paid for the whole thing. Yeah, myself. I had no one. I had no partner, no business, nothing. It was me, bro.
No sponsor.
Nothing. Not one. Not one. Not one.
Woo.
But you need to understand, though. Doesn't mean I'm rich. It just means I made some sacrifices and I went into debt. I went into debt after that show.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which Casper also speaks about every time he puts on
a show like
this.
that. Yeah. Bro, the production was a 2.3 million rand production.
Oof. Damn.
You know, I had a huge screen behind me. I had a stage. We literally created a red mic on the stage. People don't actually realize. You have to see it from a thingy. So the stage was red and At the top there, it was
yes,
there was the thingy of the mic, and then you know what I mean. And
fire.
Yeah, and I from Black Motion to Prince KB to DJ Euphonic to who was the fourth DJ? I said Black Motion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was and then I had Kusta. Kimang man. Heavy K.
Oh.
I had Heavy K too.
What?
Yes, sir. So those were just the guys who came into my show.
Yeah.
I had Knock Music, I had Dream Team, I had Busiswa, I had Ricky Rick. Somizi was my choreographer. Bro, it was a whole production. Yeah, it was really what it was supposed to be.
And I think I saw somewhere the red mic itself was expensive. No?
Well, the red mic itself, so it was so I'm sure I would know about this at the time. It was a Beta 87 A or B. I'm not too sure about that. You know that model of mic?
58?
No.
Not a 58, 57.
Yeah, so the slim one.
Yeah, I see that one.
It was 87. At the time in South Africa, it was only probably one or two big festivals that had those mics. No one else. Yeah, they were very expensive. Very expensive at that time. But now they're not. Well, that model is not as expensive, but there's now new models of the same mic.
Which are more fire.
Yeah, so it was an expensive microphone, but I then took it in for the paintings, and they put in some diamonds on it, and that's how it was actually launched. And that was a whole concept I had from the jump.
Yeah.
I knew that it was going to take a life of its own.
Yeah.
I knew that everyone was going to make a joke about it and like probably make fun of me. But I know eventually that is my legacy. So I always wanted to have the thing that symbolizes what the glove on Michael Jackson symbolized.
Fire. Ooh, that's
because
fire.
when you have something like that, you are a lifetime artist. No one can ever forget. Like, bro, it's the most craziest. But I obviously just had the idea. I didn't know in real time what it actually looks like. I can enter any room right now and people will just call me, oh, Mr. Red Mike. And it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like when I'm talking people from like Hammanskral, like some like
anyway,
far place, like where no one is.
Your SAPC one level famous. We are clear on that.
You know, so the show, just to
yes, I was actually going to go into the experience, but give us the experience also of putting that together, because like, how do you even do that? Because that's also Carnival City.
Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, it was a 4,000-seater situation. That's the number we were kind of expecting. And it was nerve-wracking. Yeah, it was very scary. I remember 3 weeks before the show, we had only sold 700 tickets.
That's scary. That is scary.
I was so scared, bro.
And the 2 someone has already dropped at this stage.
Yeah, no, it had to drop.
It's gone already.
It had to drop, yeah. It had to drop. I mean, I think in that show, we employed close to about 60 heads, 60 people.
Dope, fire.
Yeah, just that's people that are working behind the scenes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in the building, and it was very scary, bro. Like, I lost weight, actually. Most people won't tell when they see the show, but I actually lost weight prior to that show. I was admitted to the hospital 2 weeks before the show. Yeah, 2 weeks before the show. I had just done an interview with Scoop, actually, on the TV show that he had on Channel O. Remember he had that? So what Channel O did, they actually had a Donald Friday, like a one episode where it was
all about me. Also, yes.
Yeah, and we were actually talking about the Red Mic experience.
I remember that. Yeah.
That I'm gonna do that, and immediately after that interview, I was admitted to the hospital. Yeah,
Dang.
Because I had a pain in my stomach right here.
Yeah,
but it was all stress.
Shit.
It was all stress. There's a lot of things I prepared. We did 10 weeks of rehearsals with the band. And I had a 13-piece band. I had a string section, some white ladies playing the strings, and I had a saxophonist. I had two guitars, 2 keyboards, backing vocalist.
This is a big show.
Whole thing. Yeah, it was a whole thing, bro. And I was working with Lira's husband at the time, Robin Cole, who was at that time the king of DVDs.
Of course.
Yeah, he had done all the Lira DVDs.
Yes.
He had done the
He was leading the way with the DVDs.
Yep. He was winning everything at the summers for the DVDs. So I was like, that's the guy I'm gonna work with.
Fire.
And we did the thing. It was tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I learned a lot about what being a leader really is and wearing the different hats of being the businessman and the artist. And I still have to show up on the night.
And still be tip-top shape on the night.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Which is, okay, that's a Focus thing. But that killed me about Focus show.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the show. The show itself is so successful, so amazing. And then watching him perform, he was so tip-top as a performer. I was like, wow.
But remember that also comes in you just being you. You could have literally just had a breakdown an hour before that. But the minute they put you on stage, my brother, and it's in the blood.
Yes, sir.
It's what you do. You are connected. You are inside from the first second.
Yes,
when
sir.
the intro plays, when the visuals are still coming, and it's just like, because I had the whole thing, bro. I shot like visuals on visuals just as part of the production, for breaks, for the
show,
intro,
yes.
for the story. Because I had a story. Yeah, I had a story that I needed to tell. And I wanted to take people on a journey. I wanted them to feel like they're watching a Chris Brown, a Usher on stage, you know? I had dancers, I had the whole thing, bro. And it felt like probably this is the moment I've been working towards all these years.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And it came together so amazing, bro. I had everybody at the show. Everyone. From DJ Zintle, from Boyti, Kanya.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was there. Reason was there. Loot Love was there. Like the whole industry.
That level of support.
The whole industry was there to support and show love. And when I look back, you know, yes, I you know, from a business point of view, it was a tough thing.
Yeah.
But I would never regret it, not even one bit.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the most amazing night of my life.
I can imagine. What does a night like that even feel like? Like just the blood itself, the adrenaline. Oh, I think it's what's just the peak moment of the night like that?
It's a it's a combination. At the end of the night, I did a speech before I sing my last song. I did a speech and you know, I spoke about my mom's and how the reason I'm here is because she's always here, and she's always been there at every important moment of my career. She was there at the Metros when I won my first award. Literally ever.
Yes.
And I cried and everyone made a joke about it.
Yes, I remember that.
And it was a whole, like, literally, I trended 4 weeks.
Yeah.
For crying.
I felt like you were performing also. I remember feeling like, why is this nigga
You would
crying?
think that.
Yeah.
You would, like, you...
Of course.
Of course you would think that.
At that time, of course, yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, this nigga...
You're like, what this nigga out here
shut
crying?
Up, nigga.
But here's the interesting thing. That was the moment I became a superstar. That moment.
Yes. Vulnerability is key.
Because it was real. It really was what it was. My mom has been there from day one, bro. Like, if you listen to... I've told you the story. She's the ultimate...
very present in this conversation, yeah.
So she was there at the Metros and she was there at Carnival City on that night.
Dope.
And I had to do a thank you. Just a direct thank you to her and let everyone know that the reason I'm who I am and the reason I do this, the reason I'm doing this today is because of this queen.
You know? That is so special for, like, to be somebody's child and then to be able to grow up and then have a grandstand moment on stage. 4,000 people
I would say
here.
My mom has been content for years now because she really does know she did her job.
Like, she did good.
Yeah, she did good as a mother. She's seen me, I mean, do everything, bro. From being the in-house mentor on Idols. That was a huge moment because my mom is the #1 Idols fan. #1.
Yes, Idols is huge.
Yeah, that was one of my highlights also in what I do and yeah, man. Red Mic Experience was just everything. It was a culture moment for me. I always say, like, everyone else will talk about all the culture moments and they probably wouldn't mention the Red Mic Experience.
Yeah.
Because some R&B guy. But that was a culture moment. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely a big moment in the culture. I think we are all well aware of the Red Mic experience and felt it happen. Shout out to your moms one more time.
Yes, sir, man.
She's like the main.
She's the main character.
She's the main character. Like through you, that's so far. Shout out to her. Have you done one since?
No. That was the only one I ever did.
Is that where you're leaving it?
No, absolutely not. It's like, about So for me, I decided the Red Mic experience is gonna be for the special moments in the. Remember, this is not a sprint for me.
I love that. Yeah.
So there's specific moments that are coming when the Red Mic experience will make a comeback. Mm-hmm. Like next year, I'm celebrating 15 years of Donald as a solo artist.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
Fire.
So the 15 years of Donald will very much 90% at this point, very much probably have the Red Mic experience celebration. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
What more do we need?
Nah, bro, we still got a long way to go. For me, that's like, and I know this is crazy because everyone is like, but dog, you've done everything. Nah, I haven't done everything. Music for me is more than just business, by the way. It's also, it's healing, it's therapy. So I could never be able to really live my life without being involved in the music industry. And also being the student of it too.
I hear that.
I love finding out about new things and being part of the new wave.
Yeah.
Like watching the piano kids do what they're doing right now, bro.
Being able to re-enter.
One of the most proudest people for what some of these kids are doing. Obviously, also looking at it and seeing some of the holes. Like, okay, sharp. Here, if they could concentrate on this, it could be better. Like, you know what I mean? And I do my bit to try and guide where I can as a big homie when I meet them. But more than anything, I do my bit to learn as much as I can from them. Of course,
because there's a lot to learn.
There's a lot
also
to learn from them,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
They created something out of nothing. Like, it's ridiculous.
And something ridiculous.
Like, bro, something that has opened up the whole industry, like all the doors internationally. Like now, I might actually have a UK tour now.
And I was about to ask about international aspirations.
I've always had them. I've done some collaborations internationally already as it is, but back then it was much harder.
It was much harder
to like even say I'm going on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a song with with the big homie Kenny Larimore, who's a that's my big homie. That's actually my brother.
That's like Big Dog in there?
Yeah, that's my brother. So every time usually he comes here almost every year to do the Sun Arena or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm the first person he calls.
That's fine.
Yeah, because he, we had a bond at some point in my career. I met him. Someone introduced me to him, and then he just kind of liked me as a young brother, and we had a great bond. And I went to LA in 2013. Just for holiday, and I got sick on the second day. And he came and took me from the hotel, took me to his house, and took care of me for 2 days.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, took me to the
hospital. That's real bond.
Yeah, real bond. So we are connected forever with the big homie. So yeah, so I've got a song with him. I think he's probably the biggest international artist I've ever worked with. Yeah, I've worked with a lot of African stars. I've worked with Tiwa Savage, one of my most favorite songs. I've worked with Diamond from Tanzania. I've worked with Victoria Kimani. I've worked with Wizkid.
These are the biggest brands in Africa.
Yeah, I've worked with all those artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which makes
shout
you
out, by the
international.
way, with the Wizkid, shout out to Pori. Because it's because of him that I have a Wizkid, collaboration, because it was through the song with Uhuru.
Oh yes, yes, fire. Yes, fire.
Yeah, so I've been able to work with Africa, but I feel like for me, that's really where I want to be. Africa. I want to work with more African artists. I want to work with Ira Star. I want to work with Rema. I want to work with some of the biggest artists in this continent, man. That's really where I want to be. My aspirations to work with international artists aren't really
but also I do think Africa is the new international.
That's where we at.
That's the new international.
That really is where we at.
The America thing is
The juice is here.
Yes,
that's
sir.
the thing. Like musically too, creatively. These kids are coming up with something that is moving the world, bro, and everybody wants this energy that we've got. I mean,
I'm dying. I need to go leak.
You wanna get?
It's the water episode.
Let's get.
I'm not used to this, so
why didn't you?
It's making its way through me.
Why didn't you have your thing?
No, because this is how I felt.
Cool.
I wanted to
like the energy.
Yeah, I wanted to be one with you. Oh my goodness. And as we embark into the league where we release ourselves, take a break and be sure to know that broke beans is the best.
Let's get it.
Actually, speaking on things like TikTok and all that, like you being somebody who's doing 15 years next year, like what's the new face of the game feel like for you? Because it's a whole different game from the one we came
in. Like
a
360. It's a whole new thing, bro. TikTok, I always say TikTok is the new TV.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you scroll through TikTok and you see people do your challenge or singing your song or singing along to your song or doing little skits to your song, that is like Channel O. Your song becomes big next week.
Yeah.
Literally. Through TikTok. More than it does when it's getting played on Channel O.
On Channel O now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that has changed. Yes.
And the quicker we understand that, the better for all of us. But I had some struggles with the transition,
yeah.
Because I've been this SABC One artist for so long.
Yeah, prime time.
You're a media darling, you. Bro, strong.
Prime time. Like,
by the way, talking about media darling, that it hasn't always been like that. I've had people try to come at me, bro, with some negative stuff, make negative media, negative stories, nyana, but they just never went anywhere because I've always felt like is nothing that I can personally carry. Like the negative publicity is nothing I can personally carry. So if anything comes up, I will never give it my energy. So there's never ever been a time when I would try to like get involved in the conversation about someone trying to paint me in some other way. But trust me, I've had people try. And
that's crazy.
It's tough.
So you've had a bit of a share of drama.
I have.
It hasn't been squeaky clean.
Nah, no one is squeaky clean, bro. Nobody. There's no one is squeaky clean, bro. We all have our things.
I couldn't find your dirt.
You can't find my dirt. You can't, bro. You won't. Because also...
You clean up well.
But you know what the thing is, ne? I'm always going to say, we quickly forget, when we get into the space, we quickly forget that we have the responsibility to keep it going for as long as we can.
Yes.
And that our actions will determine how far it actually goes. So if you don't know how to say, hey, Mbana, hold on. Imangan, boy. This thing that you're trying to do is going to get you into trouble.
It's not going to work out
so stop this thing right now. So for me, I've always been very much aware. Like I've always known if someone wants to take me down, they're going to bring a female. That's the quickest way to take a brand like this.
I had known that,
like as early as possible. I've always known, bro. And I've had my fair share of temptation-like moments. And I'm just like, I am not falling for this, bro. Yeah, what I mean, my relationship with the females has always been like, yo, A. For me, it's an A thing. It's like, yay.
Yeah.
Funani, what do you want?
That's like, crazy.
Because, bro, not everyone
not everyone
wants the best for you, bro. You know, I love everybody. But unfortunately, not everybody is gonna love me.
Yeah.
And not everyone wants the best for me. Someone, like for other people, bro, when we go through a lot in this industry, that's entertainment.
Yeah.
But for you, what you are going through, you are dying on the inside, bro.
Yeah, going through it.
So I do my best to always just do the right thing at all times and just get my things together. I just don't like, bro, I'll make a simple example. I could never, like my boys, we can go out to a party, me and the boys. When we get out and they've got girls that they just picked up in the club, they can never travel in the same car as me. Not like once has that ever happened.
That's true. That's true. The first time I met you was in the VAR. We were launching something.
Okay.
The roster was crazy there. Donald ran away. Strong.
Bro, you are my boy and you bring a girl from the club. Yeah. You are not coming into the car with me.
That's fine.
You are going to travel in the Uber and I'm going to drive myself. The only time there's going to be a girl in the car is the girl that I have brought for myself. And it's never going to be a girl from the club.
It's from home.
Nah, it's never going to be a girl from the club because, hey, you don't know what you're going to deal with. Yeah, and my boys have always felt like, but you are stuck up. Okay, sharp. That's
whatever.
That's on you. Yeah. You know, when my career is over, you're just going to move on to the next. You won't care.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
gonna move on to the next famous.
So we have a responsibility to move the right way as public figures. Sometimes you do your best to do that, and then people kind of come after you, they attack you, and it goes left, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of the times we have something to do with it, bro.
Facts. Yes.
A lot of the times,
that's a fact. Yes.
As public figures, we have something to do with our demise.
You have to be honest with yourself.
Do you understand what I mean? But we always take the victim role.
It's like, easier.
Everybody.
Poor me, the famous guy that nobody wants to give a break.
Yeah, but you're out there in the club, drunk, looking like you are totally out of it. What do you think is going to happen? Someone is taking a video. Someone is taking a video, my nigga.
Yeah.
And you will show up on TikTok and on Instagram on some, what is happening with Zinga?
What life is this?
You'll never catch me sleeping. Not once, my bro. I don't.
Nah, not ever.
Don't play that. And it's just like, respectfully to everyone, love to everyone, but also the relationship with the fans is an important one. You gotta know what the boundaries are also with the fans, because the fans can come in and also.
The fans also do tend to become a bit. Or what? Especially nowadays, I feel like the boundary is atrocious.
There isn't as much boundary like there was.
There's very little boundary, if any.
Yeah,
now they feel like they can have a word in everything, and it's like, yo, please,
like this nigga Zinga is just whatever, bro. Like they just it's so easy now.
Yeah, it's social media.
So much more easier.
Social media has taken the the mystique of artists away.
Oh, bro.
And has brought the fan way too close to the artist.
Oh my God.
Way too close. It's terrible. I hate it.
I also don't like that part. Actually.
Yeah, that's why for me I was ready to walk away from it, because this thing is garbage now. I'm literally talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. These people are talking about music. These people don't know shit. Why am I sitting here for this?
Explaining why and how I did the song and because also now everybody also is making a song now.
Yes, and everybody's a critique.
Everyone is.
If they're not making the song, they're
criticizing, saying, what was that? Zinga, that shit is trash.
But
you know what? Also, there's always the entertainment industry is ever changing.
Yeah.
And it's a balancing act. It's always going to be a balancing act.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons at every level. And I think you then choose and decide where you fit in.
So far that you say that, because, and I think I want to, I think this is a nice way to close it. As you're saying that, it's like, even in my return and even in the podcasting and the fact that it has made me return, even though I thought I was going away.
Think you adjust.
It's like...
Which you are killing, by the way.
Thank you so much.
In my opinion, and I'm going to say this on record.
Yes, sir.
I've also told my boys Robot and Pops because I love them. I think they've got a fire podcast.
Yes.
But I think you've got the best the best podcast in the game right now.
Quick.
That's my opinion.
Thank you so much.
That's.
Thank you so much.
And I've watched almost all of them. I've watched the sobering podcast. I've watched. I've been on Popcorn and Cheese.
Yes.
I've been on McGee's.
Which I hope to be on, guys. I'm a fan also. Yeah,
you probably gotta be. It's the best. Bro.
Whenever you guys are ready. That looks like a fun time.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Dope,
I've been on McGee's podcast. I was one of the first people earlier on, before the big blow up,
Yes.
And I told him even back then that you're sitting on something that's going to disrupt and it's probably going to be as huge as possible.
Nah, he has changed the game forever.
Yep, he has.
But yeah, in my return, I think it's now more about the love of mastering the balancing act. That's what excites me more than the music,
the love,
or the podcast,
or the being famous.
I think falling in love with the balancing act, and I feel as though also this chap, which I'm glad we had. I'm so thank you for coming. I'm so glad we had this chap. I feel like I may have, if you don't mind, of course, gained a brother of sorts that I can.
I got anytime, though.
A reliable one too.
I've actually always wanted to have these type of personal combos with you, but we just never really met in the same space, to be quite honest. But
I've always in a
besides
space.
you obviously being for the mummies and me gravitating towards bros like you, who I know, but there's a reason. It's not even about the good looking guys or whatever.
Yeah.
It's about I can relate to a lot of the things that you've probably been through, and I know how a lot of people have looked down on you and thought all you are is just pretty looks.
Yes, sir.
But I've always known that you are much more than that. There's a lot of depth in your thought process. You're one of the smartest people I actually know. I've been watching from the beginning.
It feels like it.
I watched the S.2 interview and I was like,
that was fire.
No, I fell in love with the podcast at that moment even more. Mm. Because, S.2 T is a thinker.
Yeah.
And you had S.2 T at certain moments cross-questioning himself. And I was like, okay, that's my bro.
Come on, now!
I was like, that's my bro. You understand?
That's true. I'm working.
And also, listen, so you need to understand, think about
crazy.
this. It's important. Also, at the same time, never losing the respect for the man. I love that, bro. I think it's only a certain level of, what do you call it? What intelligence? English. Emotional intelligence. You gotta be a certain level of emotional intelligence to be able to have those type of thought-provoking conversations.
Yeah. And not go across the board.
Yep. And guys like you and I, who are known for the mummies, nobody thinks that we're thinkers. Everyone thinks, this cheesy guy out just singing in the rain.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Back at the ranch, I'm just looking at these comments. I'm like, yo, you know what? It's all good. Because I never really wanted to share a lot of my personal life with everybody. Yeah. I just want them to know what I show them. Because I still want to have something that I can protect, that I can say, this is for me and my family and my friends and the people I love, and for my honey or my wife or whoever's right here, they get to experience the Donald that no one else can ever experience. And I want to keep it like that until the end.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
All right, man.
Thank you so much. Like
positive energy, bro.
Yeah.
And that song? Are we doing it?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So it's not one of those club conversations.
Hell yeah.
It's 3 a.m.
Especially after this, because now I want to see what the stew's going to feel like.
Let's do it.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's get it.
Thank you so much, fam.
Got you. Thank you so much.
Chopping it with Bhuda T.
Thank you so much to Bhuda. Chopping it with Bhuda T.
Donald.
Yes, sir.
In denial. Donald over the moon.
Ish, dog. Platinum
Donnie.
Platinum Donnie. Donito. Let's talk about Donito.
Yes.
Believe it or not. Can you guess who actually coined that? No, it's not.
No?
Fox. Nope. Guess again.
Who's
Donito? Who would speak like that? Exit Donito.
Ricky, ne? Who?
It's Casper. Casper called me
Fire.
Donito, and it stuck on Twitter also.
Yes.
Same thing with Forbes, with Platinum Donnie. Casper coined Donito, and it became a thing, and everyone started calling me Donito. It started with the what do you call them, Casper's fans?
TB
With that
pills.
TB.
You know who coined that?
Who coined that? Oh yeah, it was Forbes. It was Forbes. I know who coined that. It was Forbes. It was you. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
How did I miss that?
When I was wilding out.
Oh
It
damn.
came up at that time.
Because I have seen Forbes obviously wilding out here. Yeah, you know, now
it was already coined. Yeah, it was already.
You.
They were already to be.
That is
then.
so crazy, dog.
Yeah, that was.
You've actually coined
a lot
of
time.
You've coined a lot of things, and it's so crazy how I get to like learn a lot of these things now with the podcast because I never knew.
A
like
lot of people didn't
with
know,
the language, for example.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is it that?
That's why whenever I said it on interviews, my influence, it's like, I sounded crazy to people. It's like, what is he talking about?
But those that know.
Yeah, people that know. And for me, it's like, even in the Yano space, the slang is there. And that's because I was in Poriland. And and it's like, this thing still lives till this day. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That is ridiculous, dog.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So some of the things that they're saying in the songs, you actually, hey man.
Even in the lingo, the way they talk.
Yeah, they will, yeah.
Highest in the streets. He's catching it there.
That is so crazy, dog. So can we both agree now that you could never sleep on yourself? Ever? Like we're at this point, you're a grown man, you've got a child now, you've got,
sir.
Like you always say, you've got the hottest baby mama.
I've got a lady that loves me to death. Yes.
So now we can never go back to a time when you actually think
I'm not the one.
Nah, you are the one, and we should. I think the important thing is, and this is why for me these platforms are so important, is to remind everyone who struggles with whether it be, mental health or just like self-belief, and to also kind of understand and remember that everybody goes through all the things that you go through. All
those things, yes.
And they get through to the other side. So you can too. You know what I mean? It's nothing new that you are going through it at this point. But it's not for you to, feel like you are nothing while everyone else is living their best life. You can also live your best life. So for me, these podcasts are for that. It's just that reminder, Also part of entertainment too, because sometimes you've got some of the most wild guests and it's crazy. You know what I mean? But I think we always, within all the jokes, we also need to remember that this is real life.
There has to be jewels in there.
Yeah.
I think we can toast that.
We can toast them with the juice. On the juice. Hey, but now my boy is calling me here.
To Donald not being in denial at all, actually.
And being over the moon.
Chopping it.
Let's go.
That was fire, nigga.
You like that?
Wow.
Thank you, dog. Thank you.
Fire.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
That was so fire. I'm glad I had no idea what I wanted to do with it.
Until